Good morning.
Morning. I'm still not awake.
I don't think anybody's awake. We're so excited that you are here. I think we have some Austin Powers fans here, yeah? Yeah! And I think we have some Harry Potter fans here. Yeah! Oh, less so. Wow. Boo, Harry Potter. Welcome. I'm so excited. I am such a big fan. We will also be taking fan questions for sure. We have 2 mics that I think will be lit up at some point. There are 2 mics that you can cue and they will light up for you. But let's start with my questions. Oh, all right. Let's do it that way.
Well, that way I don't have it straight in my face.
Oh, great. The mics are now lit so you can see them if you want to line up, queue up, and we will take your questions. But until then, I want to talk about some Austin Powers stuff because you got to be so physical and so funny in those movies. We got to see, dramatic sides and comedic sides and action sides, which is such a great role. What was your favorite part about being part of the Austin Powers family?
Just the people. Not only the cast, but the crew and everybody, that worked on it. It was, my first one was The Spy Who Shagged Me. And coming back from my second one, which is a 3rd gold member, it just felt like a big family reunion. Everybody was just so excited to be back, and, it's just a great experience. And, as far as my favorite part, it's just the idea of somebody my size getting the crap out of Mike Myers.
I actually really like seeing Mike Myers get beat up, regardless. I just feel like that's a thing.
Well, he's getting paid well enough, why not?
He deserves it at this point. I was just rewatching the amazing fight sequence in The Office where you get your head slammed in the fridge and thrown through a table. How much of that was you?
We had a doll that was inside the pillowcase. So that wasn't me. But when he was hitting with the stick and I was running around in the pillowcase, that was me, but I had a hockey helmet on. And I'm not saying that it didn't hurt. It's still made my head vibrate. The obvious stuff is like being thrown around and stuff like that, but all the other stuff is me.
Wow, doing stunts is so impressive. I'm really impressed by stunts because I don't like to be hurt. So the idea that you're like, yeah, all right, let's try this. What got you into stunts?
Well, that's how I got started. My first film was a movie called Baby's Day Out, and I was a stunt double for the 9-month-old baby. And it's a John Hughes film, if you haven't seen it. John Hughes is a legend, so. But yeah, I've done all my own stunts pretty much all the time, even in, The Love Guru, because there aren't too many people that are my size that are able to do those things. And, as I'm getting older, I'm not able to do as much now as what I could. The only time that I ever got injured, it wasn't when I was doing stunts. It was when we were on the volcano layer, and I was dancing on top of the piano, and I did one too many jiggies, and my knee went out. So they had to have somebody come in. It was like 10:30 at night, like an orthopedic surgeon guy, to come down and put my knee back in. Luckily, it was towards the end of filming. There was 2 weeks left, and if you watch some of the scenes, you can see that I have a brace on underneath my pants. But yeah, that's the only time I got hurt.
So that'll teach you to dance.
Exactly.
I really love that, it's said that Mike Myers improvised a lot. You were talking yesterday on the Buzz stage about how you have to really go with it and react. How hard is it, because it's so funny, to just be like, crap, I gotta stay in this and not enjoy the laughter?
Well, for me, it was really difficult, my first day, because I didn't know what to expect. And he's just improving when we're sitting at the table before he travels back in time. And if you look really close, when there's a true shot of me and him, you can see me smirking, trying not to laugh. But I couldn't help it sometimes.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm so excited because Mike Myers had announced that there is going to be a fourth. Is that correct?
It's been announced a lot.
It was recently announced in April, so that's the latest announcement that he's hoping to do a fourth.
He announced it last year. He announced it the year before that. He announced it when we finished Gold Member.
Okay.
So he wants to do one like every other year, just like James Bond. That didn't happen.
Alright, so there's no news yet.
I haven't heard anything.
But if there's a fourth, you'd be down.
Definitely.
Awesome. Okay. We all agree. I know those movies are so quotable. Is there a quote that people say to you a lot? I can guess it, but I just want to hear it.
Go ahead and guess it, and I'll tell you if you're right.
Does it get in my belly?
Yeah. And it sounds offensive.
I mean, it is offensive. That's the thing, those movies at the time, if you look at them now, they're kind of offensive.
Oh, in a funny way.
In a funny way. Do you think were there to be a fourth in the next 2 years, that they would be very different, or do you think they would stay?
I think why mess with something that works? Everybody likes it, I like it, so why not?
Do you have a favorite quote?
Well, I didn't speak in
No, but quote from the movie? I've seen those movies.
Well, I was such a big fan of the first one. And then having the opportunity to meet Jay Roach and see if they wanted me for the second one, that was just, gravy on the cake. Such a big fan, so I used to repeat, like, that's, what is it? I'm trying to think. So long ago. That's not your mother, it's a man, baby.
That is a really good one. Please feel free to stand up and ask your questions. This con is for you, so if you have a question, don't miss your chance right now. I know you're also big on social media. You are a really like blooming YouTuber right now. You and Tyler Oakley, man, taking over.
I don't know about that, but...
Tell us about your YouTube channel.
Well, I've got a couple different series on that. It's just Verne Troyer, and then I have Mail Time, where I open up packages, on YouTube, and then ask Verne, where fans write in and, ask me questions. And it's just, those kind of questions are typically, can you do this? And it's, based on my size, which is fine, because, you guys are curious, and somebody asked me, can I drive a car? And on my YouTube channel, not only can I drive a car, I race my car around the racetrack. I have an Audi S5, so it's not slow.
So you're not just an actor, a stuntman, a YouTuber, you're also a race car driver?
Part-time. I'm not getting paid for that yet.
We have a question. Hello.
Hi. This microphone.
You can take it off the
Oh, there we go. So what was your favourite part of working with Terry Gilliam and Heath Ledger and all the others on the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus?
Just, the whole process. Definitely it was difficult to go back and try to finish it. But Terry being the imaginative person that he is, and, he just pulled it off, having Jude Law, Colin Farrell, Johnny Depp to come in and help us finish it. I didn't know if it was going to work, but it seemed to work. But I think for everybody, and I think I can say this, that we truly miss Keith, and we still do. We would have preferred to have him finish the film, but we finished it, for him, and Johnny Depp, Jude Law, Colin Farrell, they were all good friends of Keith, so they came in and helped us finish it, and all the proceeds that they made on that film, they donated to Matilda, his daughter. So.
Wow. You also, I think you said that the stuff from Austin Powers got auctioned off.
And anybody can do that. Just stay optimistic and stay positive. You know, I wouldn't change my life for the world, even if I wasn't in film. I don't want to be tall. For me to look out at the audience and he's sitting next to me, I think you guys are weird.
I get it, I think I'm weird too.
In a good way.
We have another question.
What was it like working with all the people on Harry Potter? Like, were they all nice and that?
Well, it was the first film, The Sorcerer's Stone, and I had never read the books or anything, and I didn't realize how big it was going to be. You know, I worked with Daniel when he was just 8 or 9. I don't know how old he was when he started. So they were just kids. And I only worked with Daniel and, well, I don't know, the really big guy, bushy hair, Hagrid. Those are really the only two that I worked with, other than, you know, the crew.
How long were you in makeup?
It started out being a little over 4 hours, and I think we got it down to a little over 2.
Oh, okay.
But I've done a lot of prosthetics and things like that, so when I get there early in the morning, I fall asleep and they just put it on, I wake up and I'm that character.
Have you ever forgotten, woken up and looked in the mirror?
I thought I was dreaming a couple times, but it was actually real.
The 4 hours of prosthetics is so extensive. Was it ever difficult to like eat or drink or
Definitely.
breathe?
Normally, you know, to drink, you would have a water bottle like this, but you'd have a straw. Eating was the most difficult, trying not to get some of the prosthetics in your mouth as you're trying to swallow your food. You don't want to swallow, you know, your face. So, yeah, it was definitely a challenge.
And you had no trouble breathing?
Not in Harry Potter, no, but my other films, yeah.
Yeah. Do you prefer to be in a lot of prosthetics and be a creature, or do you prefer to be...
You know, I'd rather just be me, but, you know, I like playing Mini-Me. It's one of my favorites. I loved playing Percy in the Imaginarium just because it was a little bit different for me. Yeah, I don't mind doing prosthetics. When I got started, you know, I did stunts, and then I did a lot of costume work. My second film was The Amazing Panda Adventure. We filmed in China for like 2 months, and I was a stunt double for the panda bear. So I played a panda bear, a dog, a gorilla, several times. I played an alien in Men in Black, the first one. That was probably the most difficult costume. So I've done, if you go on my IMDb channel, there's a list that is quite long.
Are you a big animal lover, seeing how you played so many?
Oh yeah, I love animals.
Yeah.
I don't know how to act like one, but...
I am so excited that you're here. I'm going to take the audience question because I'm fangirling. Go on.
I was just going to ask, out of all the films you've featured in, which one would you rank as you enjoyed the most, or the best one?
My first, Austin Powers, because like I said, you know, I was a fan of the first one, and then being in the second one, it kind of blew my mind, but, you know, probably that one, and then I love playing Percy in Imaginarium.
Thank you.
What was it like working with Keith Lemon?
Crazy. No, it's fun, and you know, I did the Keith Lemon film too, which I don't know if you guys seen it. Yeah, I hear crickets. But anyway, yeah, I've known Lee Francis, who is Keith Lemon, since BOSSA. I did his Christmas special, and we just stayed in touch. And you know, he's such a great guy. But once he gets in front of that camera, he's kind of like Mike, but a little more offensive and grosser. Yeah, when I did Celebrity Juice for the first time, and some of the things he was doing, I just like, there's no way that'll fly over in the States. He's pulling out a dildo and stuff. It's not gonna happen.
We have another question.
Hello. Thanks for coming and doing this, by the way. Very exciting.
No, thank you.
I actually have 2 questions, if that's okay.
Of course.
The first being, what are you looking to do going forward? So you've got a bucket list of types of projects you'd like to work on. And my second question, what's your weirdest fan experience? Fan that's weirded you out the most?
Ask that first question.
What was the first one again?
What do you want to do work-wise going forward? Are there things that you specifically like, right, I'd love to do this, or I'd love to do that?
You know, being a leading man in a romantic comedy or something like that, or just directing. I have an idea that I started to put pen to paper, and it's all my own idea. So maybe if I get it done and, you know, producers find it interesting and allow me to, you know, direct it, you know, that'd be just top of the mountain for me.
I have faith that will happen before the next Austin Powers movie.
So you're a psychic now?
I am psychic, yes. And the second question, she disappeared. Oh, yes. Oh, the weirdest fan interaction. Was it this right here?
No, not even close. Well, in most celebrities, well, some, I don't know, but I've signed several body parts.
What kind of body parts?
Let's just say female, not
Okay.
male. And there's one time, and it was on mail time, that I got a painting in the mail, and a fan called herself a booby painter. And what she does is she paints these paintings with her chest. So yeah, that's quite weird, but funny enough about it, it actually looked good.
You have it hung up in your...
No, I don't have it hung up. My parents come to visit, so if they ask me, you know, who's the artist, you know, I'd have to say boobies.
I think we have another question.
You mentioned your background in another panel. Are you in an Amish community?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never knew that before.
Yeah, I was born Amish. Shortly after I was born, my dad likes to say that they jumped the fence and became English. But basically, even to this day, most of my far-off relatives are still Amish. So I don't get back as much as I used to, but I know the whole Amish experience. I'm glad that I don't have to live like that.
And they haven't seen any of your movies.
They wouldn't admit it.
That's fair.
Like, just because of their religion, they're not supposed to
Right.
watch entertainment and things like that, but I'm sure some of them have seen it. They're rebellious, you know.
I want to know if there is a dream role other than a lead in a romantic comedy that you really want, that you've seen and been like, I want to remake that.
I don't necessarily have anything like that, but you know, what first got me thinking about that I can do this was watching Willow. I was back in Michigan in a small town, and I seen Warwick Davis, you know, doing that film with Ron Howard and George Lucas, and just a big cast of little people. So at that point in time, I was like 18, 19, maybe a little bit older. I think I'm a year or two older than Warwick, but I just knew at that time, I could do that. And just being from such a small town, in my town we had like maybe 1,500 people, no stoplights, we had a blinking yellow, no fast foods, we had a bank, gas station, and a small store to buy junk.
And this is the town after you left Big
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
But I mean, it's still in the same location.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. If you have questions, there are mics. Please, please, please don't miss your opportunity. Because I'm going to just sit here and fangirl.
Don't all rush it one time.
When you do your YouTube stuff, you do that at home in your set.
Yep.
And you said you had a game room that is yours and for everyone else to try to fit into your life.
Yeah, it's see, when I go out in the public, it's, a tall world. Like the chairs, everything are your height. So I have a game room. If you ever seen The Love Guru, the office scene where all that furniture was, my size, I got to steal it and it's in my house, in my game room. So if you guys come, I'm gonna put you in an awkward position in my game room, just like I am in everyday life in your world.
It's only fair.
So it's karma.
Yeah. Yes. Hello.
I just want to know, do you have any roles you regret saying yes to?
Wow.
Or any roles you have turned down for series?
Not really. I've done some crappy films that I wish I would have turned down. But yeah, I mean, no. Thank you.
Are there any roles that you wish they could meet and fight?
Yeah,
Although I feel like Mini-Me would just beat everyone.
well, I wanted to be a part of Family Guy with Mini-Me and Stewie going at it.
Oh yeah.
I mentioned it to the producers, but never got a call. I guess it's not a great idea.
It's a great idea, and I can see it. That's gonna happen before your movie, before Austin Powers 4.
Wow.
I'm good at this.
I'll keep you to that.
Yeah. Oh crap, what did I do? Thank you so much for being here. You're here doing signings,
Autographs.
autographs.
And I have a photo op, I think at 2:30, I think. So if you guys want to get a photo with me, come by. I'll be there, maybe half asleep still. Just come by and nudge me, wake me up.
You'll be waking up with prosthetics on. It'll be great.
It's like, oh my God, where am I now?
Awesome. Well, thank you so, so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Give it up for them.